From the 22nd of July 2025, the plan of the government to increase the skill level required for you to apply for skilled worker visa sponsorship in the UK would definitely impact the number of job roles that are currently on the immigration salary list. Now, for those who don't know, there are a couple of job roles in their hundreds in the immigration salary list, and these are job roles that are of high demand in the UK with low professionals in those space. Now, with the government deciding that from the 22nd of July 2025, for you to get sponsored as a skilled worker, you need to have at least a bachelor's degree. What that means is that there are some job roles in the immigration salary list that will be removed. Now, based on the analysis of the publication made by the government, over 111 occupations currently eligible under the skilled worker visa route will be removed. And these job roles cut across different sectors like construction, hospitality, retail, and other traditionally low-skilled sector would definitely be affected by this change. Now, this change is said to be part of a broader effort to align the immigration system with the UK's long-term industrial strategy and reduce reliance on overseas recruitment for lower skilled jobs. So this is also going to impact some of the job roles that are currently on the immigration salary list, and the going rate is also going to increase. So that's why this video I'm going to talk about the current immigration salary list and being able to get visa sponsorship in the UK. If this sounds something you'd like to know about, to go ahead and keep watching to the end. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my channel subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. In previous video, we've had conversations about some of the things that are going to change, starting from the salary threshold requirement, which is going to be increased from the current 30,700 to 41,700, and also for new entrant role, also this is also impacted. There's going to be an increase from the £30,960 to £33,400. The only individuals that are not impacted by this increase are those with PhD in STEM. As you can see, there seems not to be any increase in the following: the 25,000, the immigration salary list, and other job roles. Now, the focus of this video is going to be around the immigration salary list, short occupation in the UK. As you can see, also there's going to be increase in going rates. So the going rates under the appendix skilled occupation will be increased. By the way of an example, let's for example, an HR director under the occupation code 1136 is sponsored from the 22nd of July 2025. That's the new someone who is new to the skilled worker route will need to be paid. The general salary threshold is about 41,700, assuming they are not a new entrant or do not hold a PhD relevant to the role. And the going rate for that particular role is about £27.13 per hour, which is about 52,900 for a 37.5 hour per week job. Now, so if the HR director has been sponsored as a skilled worker before 4th of April, they would need to be paid the general threshold of 31,300, assuming they are not a new entrant or don't hold a PhD relevant to the role, and the going rate of £21.13, which is about 41,200. Now, there doesn't appear to be any transitional provision for those sponsored between 4th of April to 21st of July. So such workers will need to comply with the first example, which is 41,000 general threshold and £52,900 going rate. And if you look at the information on gov.uk, it's whichever of these two is higher, that's what the government will be going for. So it means that if you're getting a job as an HR director, even though the salary threshold requirement is 41,700, you will need to be paid the going rate of 52,900. Now, with the increase in the skilled level required for getting sponsored, which is the RQF level 6 or a degree level, what this is saying basically is that some of the low skilled roles that were initially under the immigration salary list will no longer be applicable anymore. So let's have a look. Now, at present, skilled workers must be sponsored to undertake a job in an occupation skilled to RQF level 3 or above. From 22nd of July 2025, this will increase to RQF level 6. So there's going to be an increase of skilled level requirement from level 3 to level 6, which is the degree level, unless the role is contained on the temporary salary list or immigration salary list. So the increase to skill level will mean that from 22nd of July 2025, approximately 180 roles will no longer be suitable for sponsorship unless permission as a skilled worker were granted before the 22nd of July 2025. Immigration rule or the role is contained on the temporary salary list or immigration salary list. Some of this role will no longer be suitable for sponsorship. This include now roles like this: manager and director in retail and wholesale, hotel and accommodation managers, healthcare practice managers, interior designers, ship and over officer. Now, most of my audience are probably interested in data analytics role. Now, for data analyst roles, what they're saying basically is that they will still be suitable for sponsorship under the temporary salary list until 31st of December 2025. So if you're looking at becoming a data analyst, you've got until the 30th of December 2026 rather for you to get sponsorship, leveraging on the temporary shortage list. So it's really important. So if you're looking at getting into data analytics and you need some help, you want to send us an email at TechDrive at info@techdriveuk.com to get more details on how you can get into data analytics. Leverage on this timeline you've got. So you can see data analyst with this occupation code 3544, but you will be suitable for sponsorship under the temporary salary list until 31st of December 2026. I'm going to say more about this later in the video. So some other roles, so for example, various health and education roles will also no longer be suitable for sponsorship unless contained on temporary shortage list or immigration salary list from the 22nd of July 2026. Now, these are the roles that will be impacted by the new increase in the requirement for getting into the space. So teaching assistant role will be affected in terms of being sponsored on this role. Also, if you look at the temporary shortage list, introduction of the temporary shortage list, which contains occupation below RQF level 6 degree level that are suitable for sponsorship until 30th of December 2026. Roles include, among others, we have manager in logistics with this occupation code, IT operations technicians, 3131, IT user support technicians, we have data analyst, we have various construction roles include welding with this occupation code, and also we've got like HR officer role. There are so many other roles under this temporary immigration list. So what this list basically means is that from now up until 30th of December 2026, you can still get sponsored on this role, even if you don't meet the salary threshold requirement or the degree requirement. Basically, you can still get sponsored on this list, which is called the temporary shortage list, if the occupation is in that particular list. As you can see, data analyst is part of that list. If you're someone who's still looking at transitioning into data analytics, all you need to do is to go on TechDrive website and read more about the different options available to learn data analytics and get all of the right skills. So if you go into the services and you go to data analysis, you get to see all of the information, so you can register for the 6 weeks training. You can also read more about what are the things you get from the training. Intensive 6 weeks training, you're going to be trained on how to use all of these tools. You get trained by professionals who currently work as data analysts, and the training is also beginner friendly. You also get mentored on how to get into data analytics role. You get to work on projects, and among another thing, you get some internship opportunity and relevant work experience on your CV. I mean, there's so many other benefits that comes with you getting trained as a data analyst with TechDrive. Now, if we go back to the information on this temporary shortage list, this is still under review. If a role isn't contained on an updated list in the future, it may mean that a future extension or settlement application can succeed. I have not yet come across anything to indicate that such worker will not be able to secure settlement. However, even if sponsors decide to sponsor such worker for 5 years, initially in the hope of sponsorship can run for 5 years and then the worker can apply for settlement, such worker may be cut out by the end settlement proposal announced in the white paper and publication. So these are some of the things that are taking effect around UK immigration policies. And if you have any questions, state those questions in the comment section. If you have any thoughts, state your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.